this is Michelle with Keto Life in Harmony. Things got a little busy in the last couple of months, which is part of the reason why I haven't really done a whole lot of videos in the last month or so. Because things got busy, I also I continued doing some weight tracking, but I stopped doing a lot of the glucose monitoring and the ketone monitoring because, I mean, that is an expense that goes along with things, but I know I'm still doing things very similar. Some of the changes that have happened since I started redoing these or doing these videos again is I'm drinking keto chow, usually about, I would say, 1 to 2 a day. Occasionally, that's the only thing I'll have all day is 3 keto chows and maybe a little snack to add a little protein or something to it. But and then of course a nice more carnivore meal. Last night I made carnivore mashed potatoes, the Chris Cooking Nashville version, and I must say that was a yummy surprise. It has been since like sometime before February of 2017 since I've had anything that I feel replaces mashed potatoes. I've tried cauliflower mashed potatoes, but I just find them gross. Texture is not there. It's, more too wet. And also, you still have all of that cauliflower flavor. I haven't found a cauliflower mashed potato recipe that I actually personally like. But this tasted a whole lot like mashed potatoes, and also the texture was very, very close to being mashed potato texture. And so for the first time in a long time, I got to enjoy mashed potatoes. Put it in quotes, okay? And then, of course, I made a nice meatloaf. My partner, it's one of his favorite meals, and I wanted to, make a meatloaf that both of us could enjoy. So I made up a sugar-free barbecue sauce from All Day I Dream About Food, her quick little sugar-free barbecue sauce using the Primal Kitchen unsweet ketchup and the Swerve brown sugar replacer, vinegar, all the good stuff. Very good. I'm enjoying that too. Also made up a barbecue rub to replace the commercial one I'm in trying to use up that still has actual brown sugar in it, with the brown sugar replacer, and haven't used it yet on anything, but I certainly will be this week using it and seeing how I like it compared to the one with actual sugar. I imagine I will enjoy it. It's just basically paprika, the brown sugar replacer, garlic, onion, salt, chili powder. You can add chipotle. I'm not about the heat, so I didn't. Things like that. But basically, a good, rub to help flavor up chicken and pork and things like that, which is delicious. Okay. So another thing I've been doing since I've tried almost all of the keto chow flavors, at least the ones I can get my hands on, including some retired ones, and I've got a retired one here. It's mixed with, so it's what is it? Guava pink grapefruit, I think is the flavor. I am not a fan of that at all. It has a funky, you definitely get that grapefruit aftertaste with it and stuff like that. So I tried them straight, didn't like it, tried adding some kind of sugar-free syrup to beef up or, overpower that taste a bit. And it was okay with pina colada. It wasn't amazing. So this time I mixed it with pina colada, and so I did 2 shakes at a time. So I only had 1 packet left. Mixed it with a full packet of pina colada, so 8 tablespoons of butter, 4 cups of water, 1 packet of the guava pink grapefruit, 1 packet of the pina colada, and then I also added in a sugar-free pina colada syrup. So let's see how that tastes while we're talking. It is lunchtime. Got to get this stuff off the top. Yep. I can still taste that grapefruity guava taste, but it's much more subdued. So the only reason I would ever get that again is if I happen to get it secondhand, which, sometimes I do, because right now Keto Chow is having an issue with their fall flavors. And I really was looking forward to getting those fall flavors, especially the ones I haven't tried yet. And some of the ones that I have tried, it's only because I was able to get my hands on them on the secondhand market. So I've got like one pumpkin spice caramel left, or pumpkin caramel spice. Forgive me, I'm not sure which order those go in, but I've got one left. And I know it's because they're having an issue with the taste of their fall flavors right now. They're working with the company to get that fixed. But until then, they're not going to be releasing the fall flavors, which is very sad. Because I was looking forward to a number of those, including the pumpkin spice caramel, eggnog, which I don't know if that's a winter flavor or fall flavor. Gingerbread, delicious. I liked that. Maple waffle is okay, so I wasn't going to choose to purchase any of that, but if it came in my surprise box, I'd be happy to have it. I certainly have plenty of uses for it. So things like that, right? But because I really, really, really was enjoying the pumpkin spice caramel, or pumpkin caramel spice, I don't know. I decided I needed to figure out a way to kind of replicate that for myself. And so right now at, Ross, TJ Maxx, Dee Dee's, those kinds of places, they have the sugar-free syrups for about $5-6, which, is a discount over buying them, especially if you have to pay shipping, and you can't get those just anywhere. And right now they're doing fall flavors, and pumpkin spice is one of those flavors. So I'm mixing that in with the salted caramel and getting a very, very good anyways, getting very close to what the pumpkin spice caramel shake, keto shake tastes like, which is yummy, delicious. I'm also working on checking out other recipes, to beef up, yeah, no pun intended, beef up the different things that I'm going to be eating, so that, they're just other things that I get to enjoy. Trying out some of the things, different noodle recipes that I want to be able to do at some point. I'd given up on noodles, and honestly, when I did the Chris Cooking Nashville version of the mac and cheese, I was like, OMG. And I still want to do the Miracle Noodle-like ramen / spaghetti with the sodium alginate, the chemical reaction noodles, and see how those go. And then now that I've tried the carnivore mashed potatoes, I'll definitely be teaching that class for sure, and enjoying to teach that. I'm sure there's lots of people, especially if they're not a fan of the cauliflower mash, that are going to be like, oh yeah, mashed potatoes is back on the menu. Yay! Okay, so I'm still staying within about a 1,600 to 2,200 calorie range, leaning more towards 16 to 2,000 calories a day. And so the last time we talked about getting caught up, I said, yeah, I'd broken my stall, and I still feel like I had broken the stall. Things have slowed down even now from June. June was a pretty good month. I lost 2.5 pounds from my low. I'd gotten down to 167.5 pounds during the month of June, where I was usually 170 to 180, so, and I've maintained, I pretty much have been, around the low 170s into that 167 range during that month, but closer to the 160s. And then in the next month, I actually my low weight was 165, which is the lowest I have been since I got up to that weight some time ago. So that makes me feel good. So, that's still, it happened in July. That still has been my low weight point, and I've only been there maybe twice. Usually I'm closer to 166.5 on the average, so that's still a bit lower than I was in June. But occasionally, I'm bumping up. And what I've found is that it seems to be, if I'm just doing the low, not intentionally, but the way it's been working out with my schedule and stuff, calories around 1600, I'm not really losing anything. But then if I do a couple of high days and then have a low day, then that seems to kick things into gear a little bit. So I'm not in a hurry on this second half of my journey, if you will. I know it took me a very long time to get to where I'm at, and I had some very long stopping points along the way. And so, as long as I'm continuing to make progress and observing what's going on, I think I'm going to be doing pretty good. And so brain is, sorry. Right. So I'm considering, just kind of trying to make sure that I'm having some days where I'm a little higher on the calories. So if I'm hungry, I'm going to eat, but not like a ton of those in a row. And then on days when I'm not hungry, I'm not going to eat. But I'm just going to kind of observe. I'm not being intentional about it, except if I notice I'm eating a lot of higher meal days versus lower meal days, then yeah, I'm going to get a little more intentional about it. But more just observing. But I'm also considering doing these fasts that you may have heard about. So egg fast or keto chow fast or carnivore fast. There's sardine fast, which that one I'm still not on board with for me because I'm not a big fish person to begin with. And sardines are pretty potent taste-wise. But in any case, I'm considering doing a 5 or 7 day egg fast at some point, which means during that time I won't be doing keto chow because that's not a part of what an egg fast would be. Maybe a 7-day keto chow fast or something to that effect as well. And kind of seeing, if I do one of those a month, what that looks like as far as how my body responds, and things like that. And then maybe build up to a 30-day carnivore where it's pretty much, kind of like Dr. Berry's beef, butter, and eggs for 30 days and see how that goes. So that's kind of where we're at. I'm happy with the progress I've made. It slowed down, like I said. Haven't seen any real progress in August other than I am maintaining that average of around 166.5, which is a good, again, it's down over where it was even in June when I was being a lot more intentional and tracking and doing my blood sugars and things like that. So if I'm gonna eat something that I'm not sure of, I will track my blood sugars for that just to see. But right now I'm just not doing it daily and things like that. So like I did chocolate peanut butter keto chow just to see. Well, right now I have some that I need to use because of expiration dates and things like that. And so I wanted to see, just how my blood sugars were reacting. And I only had like a 10 to 15 point, raise. So technically that's not considered a spike, but certainly versus any of the other keto chow shakes, aside from peanut butter, I haven't seen anything like that spiking. So again, if I have them, I'll use them, but I'm not going to intentionally purchase any of the ones with keto chow. Oh, speaking of my surprise box, Mine got ordered this morning, so I should have it sometime this coming week. Maybe, if I'm really lucky, Wednesday. If not, maybe Thursday, Friday. And of course, I'll do an unboxing for you as well. I'm going to try and be a little more, showing you my reactions to the different shakes and the different mixes that I'm doing. So I've definitely got some salted caramel with the pumpkin spice, so I can do a tasting on that this week. And, no point in doing a tasting on this since this is a retired flavor mixed with the pina colada. But eggnog. I got some eggnog on the secondhand market, and I'm looking forward to that because, oh my gosh, my dad used to make eggnog when I was a kid, like with raw eggs and the whole 9 yards. I don't even think they had pasteurized eggs back then. And he taught me how to make it, and I loved eggnog. So I'm definitely looking forward to the eggnog keto chow. I'm hoping. Oh, and I'm going to be trying the banana bread, which is coming. I think it should be here Monday or Tuesday. I need to look at the tracking and be sure, but I'm definitely looking forward to trying that. And I'm going to be making some chaffles with keto chow for the first time, so I can probably, show you that process and if my brain will function, show you the tasting of it, because I'm probably going to start making chaffles again a bit more. I haven't done them a whole lot in the last month, just because it's just not worked out with the way things are set up right now. But I definitely am wanting to put chaffles back in there so that I have other food choices instead of like having a whole piece of meat. If I'm hungry still, I could have a couple of chaffles, which will be satisfying the need for some extra calories and food in my diet, but not making it a whole bunch extra sort of deal. Yeah, that's really what I've got going now. When I start doing those fasts, I'll kind of, give you if you like, a day-to-day, what I ate sort of deal and how I feel on it. I've been, actually, that's one of the things that got me started on this whole process was hearing about these egg fasts with ketogenic woman Anita and stuff like that. And that's what got me to try chaffles for the first time. And so it was my intention to do an egg fast, but I still haven't done one. So we'll do a little pinky promise here. I'm going to do one. I just haven't set the date yet, but I will definitely do one, and I will record it for you guys. And just keep up on things and let me know what you'd like to see. As I do different concoctions with my keto chow shakes, I'll keep you updated on those to some extent. I've found that the skinny syrups have a lot of different flavors. You want to make sure you're getting ones that don't have like the actual fruit in them, because those are, of course, higher carbs and not as good. And then I've got the OOO flavors, which I've been practicing and using and sort of figuring out the best use for. And I am buying that banana emulsion that Two Crazy Ketos talked about when they did their banana bread tasting and muffins. And I'm looking forward to that too, because I've always loved bananas and banana bread. So it'd be nice to get some more of that banana flavor back in my diet as well, in ways that don't harm my ketosis and my progress that I've made so far, and hopefully will help me continue with making progress in my journey. If you have questions, let me know. As I start getting more viewers and comments and things like that, I'm looking forward to doing some giveaways and things like that. It doesn't make sense right now because I don't have enough of an audience, but if I start getting more communication and things like that, then I would like to go ahead and start doing some of those giveaways on at least the keto chow, maybe the salt, things like that. And yeah, let me know what you'd like to see, because I would like to, if it works with what I'm doing, go ahead and do videos on the things that you're interested in hearing more about. All right, this has been Michelle with Keto Life in Harmony, and it's a beautiful sunny day here in Pueblo, Colorado. Gonna be scheduling my next class where we are going to be teaching the carnivore mashed potatoes, the Chris Cooking Nashville style, and trying those out. And they were very delicious with the meatloaf last night. It was good, and I even got some of my family to try it. And the difficult one is my granddaughter, who is pre-diabetic at 12, and I'm wanting to help replace a lot of those. She loves mashed potatoes and other things, and but she doesn't like cheese. And there's such a small amount of cheese in them, but that's what she tasted, was cheese. She also doesn't like eggs, and that's the majority of what's in there is eggs. So she didn't have any kind of reaction about eggs. It was just the cheese. So I don't know, maybe I can figure out a way to replace the cheese and still give that consistency and good flavor. I'll have to play around with that idea. All right, have a great day, and I might see you a couple of times this week. Bye.